Good morning, everyone. How are you doing? This is Amanda. So today is the 24th of January 2020, and we're going to be looking at the energy around this full moon in Leo that's coming in this week on the 28th. But before we do that, I hope you're all doing well. It's a nice bright sunny morning here in the UK. Somebody's just texted me to say it's snowing in London. Hey, lovely. London in the snow. I bet that's pretty. Anyway, yes, there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on with this Leo full moon. There's a lot of different energies as well. There's a lot of different energies. As an example, we've got the lion, because obviously it's Leo. Hello to all those Leos out there, or Leo rising. I'm Leo rising. We've also got the wolf, because it's called the wolf moon as well. The January full moon is often called the wolf moon. So I'll just show these two beautiful cards at this point. These are from John Mosley's deck. I've got these out just to support the reading. John's the artist who also paints the tiger I've got behind me that a lot of you I know love. So yeah, we've got the lion and we've got the wolf. What else have we got? We've got the dragon energy. We've got Quan Yin. They are intertwined because Quan Yin was said to ride on the back of a dragon. So I've got her energy as well. I've got Metatron. And he's also wanted me to talk about how can we navigate a wave of fire and light this week. So there's a lot to get through. Let's take it one by one, shall we? Let's take it one by one. I think I'd like to start off with the dragon energy and Quan Yin. I don't know how many of you are familiar with Quan Yin's energy. This is the depiction of Quan Yin in the Kyle Gray deck, Keepers of the Light. She's linked into many things. I think the thing that we're particularly needing to talk about this month is mercy and forgiveness. And love, of course. But yeah, I'm wanting to put her energy with the energy of the dragon. I'll tell you what I was shown, basically. I'll tell you what I was shown, like a sort of little vision. And I'll just put this up to the camera so you can look at that as well at the same time that I'm talking. It's a beautiful rose quartz crystal that I've had for a while of Kuan Yin. Isn't it beautiful? So let me also just spray my dragon spray, just so I completely get into the vibe of it all. Okay, fire dragon and Quan Yin. So it almost feels like the masculine energy, the dragon energy, because that is a more masculine dragon energy. And then the feminine energy of Quan Yin, the merging of the two. So this is what I was shown. Let me just tune back in. I was shown the fact that we have an opportunity this week with this Leo full moon to join Quan Yin on the back of the dragon. And the dragon takes us upward into higher places, truly being able to ride the wave of light towards the sun, the energy of fire, but equally being able to then see what I was being shown was a mountain, and the summit of the mountain was illuminated with white light, crystalline light, diamond light. And that summit of this particular mountain feels as though it is ours to stand on momentarily so that we feel like we are the victor. We feel as though we are able to do anything that we set our sights on. So for the new opportunities that are wanting to come in, we have to be able to get into a state of alignment that we feel that we're worthy of them, that we can do it, that we can be it, that we deserve it, etc. So it's as though riding on the back of this dragon, taking us to the summit of the mountain and just standing there momentarily and just feeling the majesty of all creation of which you are part. It's like you and the mountain become one. You and creation become one. And you're reminded that anything is possible, basically. Anything is possible. Because at ground level, you often can't see it. But when you're at the top, you're able to survey everything, you know, all of the different pieces of the jigsaw that make up your life, the struggles as well as the blessings. But ultimately, all of our life is always an upward climb, because it's always to do with learning, growing, and evolving. So it's this upward progression towards the light on this wave of fire and light via the energy of Quan Yin and via the energy of the dragon this week. It feels as though there is a lot of auspicious energy that wishes to come in to help us, to show us wider vistas and wider visions of what is potentially possible this year for us. But we need to align to it. We need to really feel it before we can actually claim it. So before we claim it, we have to feel it. And I think that's very much linked into what this week is about. And it's probably also why Metatron's asked me to sit down on a Sunday. Wow, I'm ahead of myself. I'm 4 days ahead of myself, because the moon isn't till Thursday. And I've actually missed a few of the moons. I'm talking about in terms of doing readings for them over the last few months, just because I've been busy. And he's like, no, you can't miss this one. But he means it in terms of we need to be ready for the energy of this, to harness it and to draw in the blessings from it. It does feel, though, as though it's going to be very dualistic in terms of how people approach this moon. You know, the wolf moon, people howling at the moon, that there's going to be a degree of lunacy, literally lunacy. People going a little bit, you know, unaligned is the nicest way to put it, you know. Headless chicken energy, as I say, you know, but it doesn't have to be that way. It's just about learning how to ride this wave of light and fire. And what I'm hearing now is you have to become the wave. You have to become the wave. It's exactly the same as what I've been saying over the however many months about the wave of emotion that we're all having to learn how to ride. You know, you have to get into the water. You have to, you know, you have to flow with it. You can't fight it. It's the same with this new wave of light and fire. It's like you have to merge with it. You have to become the fire. You have to become the light. And that's what we're being gifted this week. I also think the energy of Quan Yin coming in here is to do with what's going to help us to reach new heights, whatever that means for you, is to let go of certain situations, but equally to let go of anything that we need to forgive. I mean, that's a big one. I know it's a huge one. And I'm being, you know, honest in, you know, for you've got 3 days. Are we going to be able to forgive everybody in our life or everything that's ever happened to us within 3 days? Probably not, no. But at least we can, you know, put it on our list of things to be looking at through this week. What are the situations? What are the people where you know there needs to be a degree of forgiveness coming into your heart? Whether that's on the collective world stage or whether it's in your personal life. Ideally, it's both. It's both the macro and it's the micro. The more that you can let go of lower energies that are holding you back, the faster you're going to fly, and the more that you're going to be aligned into this beautiful energy of fire and light that is trying to take you to a higher place. I was shown also that the dragon that effectively we get onto the back of with Quan Yin has got this very long, scaly tail. Almost feels a bit like an armadillo. Do armadillos have tails? I don't know why I'm saying an armadillo. Maybe there's a bit of energy of that as well. But very scaly, very strong. It's like pure muscle. And the thing about the tail is it whips like that, side to side. And the reason it's doing that is not just to propel you higher. It's to do with that tail is clearing away all of that lower energy that is trying to keep you tethered to what you know, okay, to the old. So it's a bit like a tug of war. It's like a tug of war type energy. There's one half of you wanting to soar higher, and the dragon's here saying, hop on, come on. We're going to do this with Quan Yin as well. And we're going to do it with love, and we're going to do it with respect, and we're going to do it for the highest good of all and you. You know, it's all divinely orchestrated. But then there's the shadow energy, which has just still got us, you know, and it's like hanging on. It's like, no, you're not. You're tethered. You're going to stay here. And the dragon's tail is just like whipping through that. It's like whipping through that rope, which is like, no, we're soaring. We're ready. There's a thing about readiness. We need to be ready for this energy this week, okay? Or at least open and ready. Let me just write those two words down. Open and ready. Miracle is a big word. I want to use the word magic. I was actually about to look for it in this deck, but I'm just rather struck by the fact that that's on the bottom of the deck. It says a powerful move. I mean, before I get to the other card I was trying to reach for, look at that, a powerful move. This is the Colette Baron Reid deck, Oracle of the Seven Energies. You're being offered a powerful move, a powerful change. I mean, look at that. That's almost like you are the king or queen of your world. That's what I was being shown. This is you standing on the mountain at the top of the summit, conquering it, but it's more about claiming it. It's not conquering it, it's claiming it. That I am this. You're being given the key to claim it. But there was another card in here which I was looking at earlier which really spoke to me, and it came up actually in a challenged position, which was this one, a burst of magic, because I think that this is on offer as well with this moon. Now, it came in upside down, not because you can't have it. I'm hearing it's an unclaimed prize. It's an unclaimed prize. Those are the very words I'm hearing, an unclaimed prize. So I've just got to write that down as well, unclaimed prize. And what I'm hearing is if you don't take it, somebody else will. I mean, that can mean so many different things. It's an unclaimed prize. It's a gift that the universe wants to give to you. So it's like we need to put this into an upright position. And you get to that place of being able to claim the prize, okay? And that could be claiming the fact that I can do this, that I am talented in this respect, that I have got this gift, that I am worth that thing or that relationship or that new job or whatever it is. But to get to that burst of magic, allowing the divine to come in with synchronicities to bring it in as well, you have to align to it. It's true of anything, isn't it? You know, to manifest something, you have to be aligned to it. You have to be aligned to it. I've told this story before, but just very, very quickly. You know, when I was first starting off with the work that I do now, I put the intention out that I wanted to be doing readings, you know, angel readings at the time. And I, you know, used to go into a shop to deliver these readings. So I'd set the intention that I was going to be an angel reader, okay, that I could do this. I could do it as well. I knew how to do it. But my alignment within me didn't match what I was trying to get to. So basically every day, well, not every day, I went once a week. I used to go in once a week thinking, I hope no one comes in. I hope no one comes in. Because it was fear, it was shadow. It was like, I don't know if I can do this. So on one hand, I'd set the intention. There's the mountain summit. This is what I want to be. Okay, this is what I want to be. But then the inner dialogue didn't match that. The inner dialogue was completely and utterly interfering and removing all of that, all of the disparity. It has to be in alignment, you know? So for example, I'm going to be an angel reader, and then it's like, I am an angel reader and I'm ready to be an angel reader and I can do this and I'm excited about this and I love doing this. And oh my goodness, there's going to be a queue of people outside the shop and I'm not going to be able to do as many as I could, you know, blah, blah, blah. I wasn't in that state. So of course it didn't work. That's the analogy, okay? So we've got to get into alignment with what it is that we are wanting and striving for in our life. You know, Leo is a punchy sign. I've got Leo rising. You know, I like the Leo energy. It's about strength. It's about courage. It's about that lion's roar, you know. But, you know, it's harnessing that, but harnessing it in in a way that isn't arrogant, isn't egotistical, isn't about trampling over somebody else to get to the prize, because the point is there's a prize for everybody. But yeah, if you don't pick up the prize, or then it's just going to be left. It's redundant, which would be such a shame, wouldn't it? So, how did we get to that? I don't know, but anyway, we got there. Let's pull another couple of cards. Leo full moon. I must just show you a picture that I saw earlier today. It's in the Astro Moon diary, and it really spoke to me. You know, I was talking about the upward direction that we're being asked to go for, the summit, climbing higher in life. There's also a little bit of this going on at the moment. This beautiful painting is by a lady called Diana Missian, I think it says, Missian, yeah. It's called Miss Smith Approaches the Stairway to the Stars. Don't you think that is beautiful? And I wanted just to show this because I also think this is a time, we know this is a time where lots of people are passing, there is loss in our life, basically. There is a lot of loss, there's a lot of grief around as well. But there's that expression, isn't there, to do with your new life will cost you your old. You know, this isn't the end of her life. She is approaching a new life. So, and equally the people that she leaves behind, they regroup, you know, they strengthen as a family, they find hidden strength that they didn't realise they had, etc. Often when somebody dies within a family, there's a new life that comes into it, etc. You know, I just wanted to also show this because I feel as though when I'm talking about the upward direction, for some people, you know, it could also be that's going on as well, the rainbow bridge that's coming in, because it is their time to go. It's not force, it's their time to go. So, you know, with this, with these new starts and these gifts and the magic that wants to come in, we're also being humble and acknowledging that sometimes birth can be painful. Birth can be painful. And sometimes it's about also saying goodbye to something. I mean, even a new mother, you know, even if you get like the new baby, you know, and it's all beautiful, you're saying goodbye to a life that you had before you had children. Nobody tells you that, you know. I don't regret having children, but, you know, life before kids and after kids, whether they are 1 or whether they are 31, you are forever changed. So you let go of that more, you know, the person you were before childhood, before you had children, for example. Anyway, yeah, I just wanted to mention that because it's important when we're talking about, you know, positivity and magic and new life and new beginnings, which is all great. But, you know, life is sometimes a double-edged sword as well. So there is also a degree of ending for the new beginning to come in. Right, let's see what else wants to come through in this session. I'm shuffling this deck because it's called the Lion's Gateway Tarot by, who did this deck? Jessica Leigh Henry. I'm being told 3 cards from this deck. Okay. Leo full moon. What do we need to know, please, Metatron? Leo full moon. The 8 of Pentacles, which is the card of hard work. But I'm wanting to say that this is work that you have put in to achieve something that is about to bring in the harvest. Whether that is an inner work that you've done to heal aspects of yourself so that it's freeing you to now get the prize, whatever that means, or whether it's a project that's completing. I mean, it can be things that are beginning as well, but I actually see that as, I'm hearing it's the product of hard work, the product of hard work. The 7 of Cups, that's interesting to go with that one. What do I want to work on? What do I want? I mean, the card of work with the 7 of Cups. What do I wish to work on? Maybe some of you are starting to rethink and reflect on how you spend your time, how you do work, how you do work. I've been talking a lot about this recently, somewhere, I can't remember where I've been saying it, on one of my social media accounts, about the balance between work and leisure. You know, do you want to just keep working and working and working and working? And for what? For what prize? You know, it's all a bit elusive anyway. There's the saying, isn't there, you know, on your deathbed, does anybody ever say, oh, I wish I could have another day of work? Probably not, you know. So what actually is important is getting the balance right. What else goes with that Seven of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles? The Ace of Wands and the King of Pentacles. Yeah, it's to do with, and the Four of Pentacles. It feels very much as though there is some, again, the wave of fire and light, which would be the Ace of Wands. That is basically the wave of fire and light, is coming into the work environment here. And you're being asked or encouraged to think big. What do I wish to do? What do I wish to be? And this is true of anybody, whoever you are. I know people are losing jobs, but this is the time to roll up your sleeves and retrain or do something else. And yes, I'm speaking from experience. I have people in my own family that are doing that right now, that have lost their jobs, that are retraining, that probably are feeling very fearful in terms of, is this going to work? You know, is this a lost cause? Is it? But you've got to be concentrating on the cup that is actually full and that has the potential. So I think you're being really asked to go back to the drawing board. Is the way that I'm working for me? Is it producing the fruit? Is it producing the reward? And I'm not talking just money. I'm talking about fulfillment. I'm talking about satisfaction. Work does take up a considerable amount of time. And so therefore you ideally do want to be doing something that is at least providing some form of security in the Four of Pentacles, but is also building towards something greater. There's nothing wrong with starting right at the bottom, you know. And I think I'm talking here with my mum head on, okay, with young daughters. You know, there is a thing sometimes in this younger generation which is, I'm wanting to start at the top and be the King of Pentacles, and it's like, no, you've got to go and do the photocopying like everybody else did, and make the cups of coffee and clean the toilets, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, I did all of that when I was starting off, and you know, if you want to do that for the rest of your life, if you do it with pride and you know, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. You know, it's having pride in what you do. It's being proud of what you do. So there's that coming in as well with this full moon, linked into work and needing to have that lion energy, the strength and the courage to do it as well as you possibly can, to step into being the King of Pentacles, to create the long-term security, but riding the wave of fire and light, working hard. But I do also think for some people there is like a bonus or a reward coming in for past endeavours as well. Right, I want to pull a card from a new deck that somebody sent me. Gail, thank you very much for sending me a couple of decks over the last couple of weeks. This is the Angels and Ancestors deck by Carl Gray, which I didn't have, so I was really pleased to get this, so thank you very much. Let's pull 3 cards from this deck for the Leo full moon. See what we get. Let's give them a shuffle. Just going to turn off a light that is buzzing. You can probably hear that. I'm just going to turn that off. Hold on. I'm going to actually pull the curtain and get natural light in. That's what we're going to do. Go. Might be a bit darker, but let's just move the picture. Let's move that there. It's a bit brighter, I think. See a bit of Metatron for a bit. Okay, yeah, a couple of cards from the Carl Gray deck. Angels and Ancestors. That's a nice combination, isn't it? Angels and Ancestors. I felt my ancestors around me last night. It's like anything, you've got to call them in, haven't you? I mean, they always are there, but call them in. How do you do that? Well, how I did it last night was I imagined the Rainbow Bridge. I literally imagine a rainbow bridge. If you've seen my channeling with the Heart Squad in the early days, you know the way I do it. I just imagine I'm sitting at the brow of the Rainbow Bridge with Metatron, usually on a bench, and I see who wants to come across and greet me or be with me. And even if you can't actually see them, you can often feel their presence. Right, what are we doing here? We're asking any other messages, please, for this coming week from our angels and ancestors. Wow. Wow. Some serious male energy here. Look at that. Great cards. Look at that. Wow. Okay, what does it say? It says, Sky Father, trust the unknown, trust in the unknown. And then it says, Lord, take charge with authority. Whoa. I love the fact that he's got the ankh in his hand there. Carrying the ankh, the symbol of eternal life. We've also got the eagle. They are powerful cards, aren't they? Let me just tune into them. I'm just going to have a third card that goes with that. So we've got this strong masculine energy. I mean, yeah, we're going to with the Leo. Oh, God, and then we've got the Fire Guardian. Look at that. Ignite your passions. Ignite your passions. What are you passionate about? Who are you passionate about? You know, what are you passionate about? Yeah, ignite your passions. Fire Guardian. It's another way to pull in the strength of this week. What are you passionate about? Who are you passionate about? What do you want to, yeah, again, whether career, love, whatever area of life we're talking about, do more of that. Do more of what you love. What strong cards. I love these. Look at those. Let's just put them up again. Let's take it one by one. Sky Father, trust in the unknown. I mean, this to me, it's Father God, isn't it? It's Father God. To me it is anyway. Do we trust? Do we trust? Or don't we trust? Let's see what it says in the deck. 11OP. If I can find it quickly. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, Father God, you are the co-creator of your life, and every thought, feeling, intention and emotion you have is creating the road ahead. It's very much what I was saying earlier about aligning and needing to feel what it is you wish to actually be. With that being said, and this is a good point, you don't need to know every single detail of what is going to unfold before you. When this card appears, you are being guided to step back and get out of your own way, because there is a greater power that is now not only around you, but within you. And Father God is creating the best experience imaginable for you. It's also a card that can appear when there are opportunities to improve the father connection in your life. That's another subject in its own right, isn't it, really? I'm not going to do that in this particular video, but that would be true. Lord, take charge with authority. I think these are just really confirming what I've been talking about in this video so far, actually. Take charge with authority of your own life. Take charge of your own life. Take charge of your own destiny. Take charge of your own passions. Take charge of your work. Take charge. Take charge. You know, we're not victims of circumstance. The energy of this coming week is the opposite of victimhood. It's the energy of taking charge and aligning and claiming who and what you are. I think that's what these are saying very strongly. Okay, let's go back to the energy of the lion and the wolf. Let's just see anything that wants to come through linked into these as well. Look at the lion first. Roar like a lion is what I'm hearing. Roar like a lion. It's to do with speaking and claiming what it is that we actually want or need I'm feeling an energy here of somebody saying, it actually feels like an ancestor, along the lines of many of us spend a lot of time, let's just cut to the chase, moaning about what we don't have. It's like that victimhood type energy. Well, it's time to change that into a roar and a roar for what we want, to claim it. And it's like I'm being shown this vision of claiming it, almost like in a void-like state. It's almost as though the cry comes out of a void-like state. I'm being shown the Scream by Munch, and that's all. It's all very visual, of course, isn't it? It's like the Scream, as done from a place of pain, from a void-like state of confusion. It's not quite that, but it's like I'm now being shown this. It's like a battle cry. It's not from a place of. It's from a place of strength and courage, but it's like I'm just seeing the void. I'm seeing my own card, the Metatron card, the void, which is the place of all creation. It's like the cry comes from this, the cry comes from that, but it's the lion's energy that helps to create that, to get in touch with the lion or the lioness that is within you. Speak up is what I'm hearing. Speak up and be heard. With love, doing it with love. Words with love. Let's pull one other card that goes with the energy of the lion, please. Oh, wow, God. Yeah, I mean, look, the wake-up call, the lion. When you truly state what it is that you need or want or desire, it can be a bit of a wake-up call to yourself, but it can also be a wake-up call to those around you, which is like, oh my God, really? And the thing is, when you say it and you really mean it, it shakes the walls. But it's meant to shake the walls, because the tower that might be around you might not be one that is sustainable for the rest of the year. So it's the energy of the tower. It's like, allow it to fall if it needs to fall. But what makes it fall is the power of the voice and the conviction and the strength. But it's done with love. It's done with love. So wow, I mean, to have the lion's roar in the void, which is also a place of unknowingness. It's like, I just have to say this, as the phone goes. I just have to say this. And I don't know necessarily how it's going to go down. I don't know how anybody else is going to react to this. I don't even necessarily know all of the consequences of what will happen when I do speak my truth. But I need to speak my truth. And it's a wake-up call for me to almost hear it, but also for the other people to hear it too. And it can be in any area of life. What's that expression? Speak the truth even when your voice shakes, or something like that. It's really what we've got here. Okay, so that's what's coming in with the lion. Let's have a look at what's coming in with the wolf. So this is John's card, Wolf Spirit. I hope I said, did I tell you who painted this? It's from this deck, John Mosley. Sorry, I've tried to record this video a couple of times, so I've done a couple of takes. If I didn't, yeah, this is the deck, Spirit Oracle, John Mosley. So Wolf Medicine, or Wolf Spirit. Here, John talks about wildness, freedom, and belonging. I did read some of the words, actually, from this deck, and they were spot on before I go into what I'm also picking up. So it says, Wolf Spirit's message is that your first responsibility is to your own freedom. In you is a wild and free being, free to explore, express, and thrive in the world. You must and will do whatever it takes to be in alignment with these natural instincts. Okay, so spot on with what I've been talking about. This may mean going it alone for a while, but by being true to yourself, you will also become recognizable to others who are in your soul clan, so that they can find you. To aid in this, Wolf Spirit calls you to find and use your powers of expression and to howl to other like-minded spirits with whom you ultimately belong. Well, yeah, how? Okay. Maybe we all need to do that. Go and stand on top of that mountain and give out that cry. I mean, in many ways, actually, now this video is starting to come together a bit, because now I'm seeing that, yeah, Quan Yin and the dragon, they're taking us to the mountain summit. And yes, we're claiming and we're aligning to what it is we wish to be. And what we're claiming that prize that otherwise is just going to go, you know, undiscovered. But we also need to let out that cry. But there's ramifications that come from it, but you mustn't be frightened of that. You have to trust in Father God. You know, Father God doesn't take you to the top of the mountain or even allow you the opportunity to get there if he hasn't been. Do you think he hasn't seen all eventualities? In whom do you trust? Okay, let me just pull a card from my own deck for Wolf Spirit. What goes with the energy of Wolf Spirit? Please. For this coming week, what goes with the energy of Wolf Spirit? Oh, there's two that have come out there. The energy of love, self-love, nurturing, and the energy of healing. It's almost as though there's something about forget those who don't get you this week, you know? I'm just giving us a little bit of a, it's almost like we're allowed this week to just be almost like a little bit selfish. There are people who just don't get us, who don't get you, who don't understand your beliefs. It's fine. Don't judge them. They're allowed to do whatever they want to do, believe whatever they want to do. There's been so much energy over the last year of sort of trying to understand, which is what we all should be doing all of the time, other opinions. But this week it just feels as though we just need to be with our pack. We need to be with our pack. It's also to do with licking our wounds. It's to do with safety in numbers. There is a specific group that I'm talking to that if you've got to this far in the video and you're resonating with it, it's as though just keep close to your tribe this week, because there is a job to do. There is an alignment to take place. There are others outside of that pack who may very well be going a little bit bonkers, you know, and great British word, bonkers, you know, losing it, howling at the moon but not even realising why they're doing it, losing their heads. You know why you're doing it. You're letting out that howl for a reason. For a reason. Being with like-minded people this week is really, really important. It nourishes us. It sustains us. This is a big week, guys. You know, let the angels, let the other sort the others out this week. You can't take on everybody's ills and problems. Be with your tribe this week. That's what wolves do. They stay with their pack and they protect their pack. Okay? That, I feel, is probably the message that wants to come through today. I will be back within a few days with another video, but I'm going to get this out now, and I'm going to wish you a good full moon in Leo. I will just bring in Metatron just because I can't resist right at the end. Oh my goodness, this is just a little painting my daughter did. And I didn't know why, well, I did know why I wanted to bring it today, because obviously it's got the moon. But now I'm looking at it, it's a bit like the mountain we're being asked to stand on. It's also aligning to what we need for this next stage of our journey, which might be for the rest of 2021. It could be for the next decade. I've no idea. It could be forever. It can sometimes be a messy process. Back to this wake-up call energy. Ramifications of speaking our truth, aligning to what we really want, can be a bit messy. Not everyone's going to understand it. People in your tribe will understand it. People that really get you will understand it. They'll completely get it. And they will support you. That's who you sort of need to be with this week. Okay, Metatron, last words, please. I'm hearing a song and I'm trying to place it. Oh. I'm going to have to stop the camera, I think, and try and find this song. It's a woman's voice. Saving the best to last. I'm hearing saving the best to last. It's got a phrase in the song which is saving the best to last. It's to do with this new chapter. It's to do with this new book that we're being given, this new episode of our life. Saving the best to last. Oh, that's going to bug me now. Hold on, I'm going to pause the camera. Hold on. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I found the song. I'm so glad I paused the camera. It's called Save the Best for Last. It's by Vanessa Williams. I'll just read you the lyrics. Sometimes the snow comes down in June. Sometimes the sun goes round the moon. I see the passion in your eyes. Sometimes it's all a big surprise. 'Cause there was a time when all I did was wish you'd tell me that this was love. It's not the way I hoped or how I planned, but somehow it's enough. And now we're standing face to face. Isn't this world a crazy place? Just when I thought our chance had passed, you go and save the best for last. You can look up the rest of the lyrics yourself. It's obviously a love song. So there's a nod to love coming in. Saving the best for last. That probably applies to those of you that are in good relationships, you know, that are that have a nice new chapter opening up in them. If you're moving it on to new relationships, it's probably a good omen for, you know, whatever's happened in the past with previous relationships, that this next one feels good. Saving the best for last, basically. Something in that. I must just pull a card on that now that Metatron's given us that little teaser. It's a beautiful song, actually. A really beautiful song. Yeah, that's what I was hearing. That's what he was giving me. Did I say earlier that it was snowing in London today? Yeah, so it says sometimes it's the snow comes down in June. Sometimes the sun goes round the moon. Just when I thought our chance had passed, you go and save the best for last. Yeah, there's something here about, again, I'm being drawn back to that summit. It's as though there seem to be some connections or relationships. Either you've given up on them, or they never got going, or, I don't know, you're separated from this person. And it's as though you never thought they could get there. You know, you never thought that they could align to where they needed to align to bring it into being or to connect back to each other, something like that. And it's as though they get it at the 11th hour. My throat chakra's suddenly gone really. I got a huge lump in my throat. Okay, this is communication. This is literally like been waiting for you to say something for, I don't know, years or whatever, and suddenly there's this breakthrough moment that the clouds part, the sun is there, and it's like, oh, of course it's the truth. The truth is revealed. It could be as simple as I love you. You know, it's like you've been waiting to hear that for forever. I can't promise that for everybody watching, of course, but it's a message for some of you. So I'm hearing it very clearly. And as I split the deck, I split it onto the green card of heart healing. There's been some inner work going on with some people. They've been healing their heart. They've gone into the cathedral of their own heart. They've healed it. And because they've helped heal their heart or are healing their heart is now more open and ready to experience new love or deepen new love. It's beautiful. I do wonder whether it's linked into inner child work as well, because the next card is, yeah, no, we've got letting go, it is. I think some of the issues that have maybe been around in relationships, whether you're together with that person, whether you haven't yet got it together with that person, whether you know who they are but you're separated, there's been some inner child wounding that has stopped the union or the connection from deepening or developing. And it's as though these inner child wounds are, look at that, it's letting go. It's letting go of the inner child wound that is stored within the heart chakra. And some of these wounds from childhood are quite ancient, because we've got the Rainbow Bridge card, which to me says that some of the parents that maybe, you know, you have unhealed wounds from may very well not be here on the earth plane. They've actually crossed over the Rainbow Bridge. But because when you heal something, you also heal them. So if you've managed to get into a place of forgiveness, could be forgiveness, the Quan Yin energy again, forgiving them for whatever happened or whatever they couldn't be for whatever reason. There's no such thing as a perfect parent out there. We all muddle through, to be honest, to the best of our ability, and we're all the product of whatever our parents were as well. Sorry, our parents are a product of what their parents were. It's generational. So when you heal it, whatever it is, it heals not just you, it heals them. It's the thing about forgiveness. You're setting yourself free. It's definitely an energy of forgiveness coming in with childhood wounding, which has been impacting on love relationships or being able to connect to somebody in a more intimate, deep way. Being vulnerable enough to actually show your heart, to show your cards. Huge vulnerability in that. But yeah, you know, the throat chakra, it's like, it's this Leo energy. It's like, it's raw. If it's done from the right place and it's done from an alignment to the truth and what you feel to be authentic, it's like we've got the green, literally like we've got the green light. We've got I'm hearing the heart will be heard. That's interesting. So I'm hearing the heart will be heard. So this cry, this howl is actually coming up from the heart. Again, it's double-edged sword. I'm now seeing the howl that comes up from the heart is healing these inner child wounds. But when the inner child wounds are healed, or at least allowed expression, then on the back of that can come in a connection of a different type with another. Intimacy, vulnerability. If you're resonating with what I'm saying, I think you just need to go and listen to that song, Save the Best for Last, Vanessa Williams. It's all there in the words, is what Metatron is saying. Sometimes the snow comes down in June. Sometimes the sun goes round the moon. Just when I thought our chance had passed, you go and save the best for last. You see, the sun is the masculine and the moon is the feminine. So it says here, sometimes the sun goes round the moon, the masculine goes round the feminine. It's like we've been doing this dance around each other. Doing a dance around each other. It's time to call the it's time to just speak the words of love, is what I'm hearing. Wow, okay, well I don't know what the hell I'm going to call this video, because what we have, we've had dragons, we've had Quan Yin, we've had lions, wolves, we've got love, we've got inner child going on, it's all going on, guys, it's all going on. It's a big week. It's a big week. I think we have to remember to breathe as well. There was a card that I pulled earlier. Is it still out on the table? I pulled it before I started doing this reading, which was the card of breathe. I think let's just end with that card, actually. From Oracle of the Seven Energies. Well, I don't need the card to show you. It was quite a pretty card. That's why I wanted to show it to you. Da, da, da. Ooh, look at that. I need to show you that card. Hold on. Yeah. So the card is a deep breath, but I also want to show that. Look at this. Maybe I'll call this video Waking the Lion. Look at that. Waking the Lion. Waking your lion. Waking your lion. But to do that, to face the lion within you, you actually need to take a deep breath. You need to take a deep breath. Let's just do it together. Let's do it with, no, I don't want that one. It's not right because it's the dragon. Let's just go back to my trusty old flame spray. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in. And breathing out. Raw, baby, raw. I don't know who's saying that. I think it could even be Freddie. It's Freddie Mercury. That's who it is. Freddie Mercury is saying raw, baby, raw. He's linked into Sirius, so yeah, he's all into the lion energy. Oh, we like cats. Of course he did. Okay, hi, Freddie. Yes. Freddie Mercury as well. There we go. I can't top it. Much love. See you all soon. Take care of yourselves. I'll be back soon as well on YouTube. Bye for now. Bye-bye.